going on, everybody? Blackberry Brad here for BearReport.com. Today is the Bear Report Podcast, episode 72 for Thursday, November 30th, 2017. What's going on, everybody? Blackberry Brad back. We are back with the Bear Report Podcast. I know we took a little hiatus, three weeks that we took off? I can't remember the last show that we did. But yeah, we did take a little time off. It's been pretty busy for me. I've been trying to get a couple things in order over here on my end again and trying to get a move going, moving back to Connecticut to be with my true love. So that's taking a little bit of my time, and also busy at work and busy with other projects and such. So if you don't hear from me a couple of days, I kind of also took a little past 3-4 days. I kind of took a partial social media rest. I was still on Facebook, just had that still logged in every now and then, but I was off Twitter. I haven't responded to anything Twitter related, so part of that is because I had to hard reset my BlackBerry Key 1 the other day, which is getting, I don't know if it's because I had too much stuff on it or if it was just getting bogged down or what, but it was just, things weren't working properly, and it was just time for another refresh of the device, so I did a hard reset. Everything's working smoothly again. Still rocking the BlackBerry Key 1. What's going on, brother Neil? Let's kind of go over. It's kind of a slow news week, of course. A factory reset, I should say. Hard reset, factory reset. I name different things. I set my Key 1 back to factory settings, pretty much. So things weren't going well with it, and slowed down. And I'd make a phone call every once in a while, and it would take 2-3 minutes for it to dial out, and just didn't seem right. So I probably just had too much junk on there. I am a app whore, I guess you would say it. I download a ton of apps on my phones, and I am never very good about cleaning them off my phone because I had, I always have that notion of, oh, I'm not using this app right now, but I might use it in the future. So let me keep it on my phone. The good thing, a good example of that is a FedEx app or a UPS app. I don't get packages every day. I don't get packages every month even. But when I do get a package, I like to be able to track that package and know where it's going to be and when it's going to be there. And so I use the FedEx or UPS app or USPS or whatever app you want to use for tracking wise. But I don't always use it. So it's on my phone. It just sits there. So there's a ton of apps on my phone like that probably just were bogging it down. And unfortunately, I have the original Key 1, the 32 gig option. I have an SD card in here, but I don't put apps on my SD card. That's only for media that I have on there and podcasts and such. So, but everything's back to normal. Key 1's working again for now. We'll keep an eye on it, but everything's running smoothly. Got stuff back on there. So, hope you guys are having had a good Thanksgiving. If you guys are in the U.S. and celebrate Thanksgiving on your side of the show over there. If you guys did, let me know. If you guys did anything fun, if you guys got any good deals on BlackBerry devices, let me know. If you guys took advantage of any good Black Friday deals or Cyber Monday or Cyber Week. They're not even calling it just Cyber Monday now. They gave up on the whole entire day concept, and now it's called Cyber Week, which to me just sounds wrong, but we'll leave that for another podcast. But yeah, anybody get anything good for Cyber Monday, Cyber Week, Black Friday Day, or Black Thursday, or whatever you want to call days? I know I didn't do any shopping on either of those time frames, but if you did, hope you got some good deals. It's almost tomorrow's December 1st, so that means it's holiday season on my area and such. I got my hot chocolate already, poorly made, unfortunately, not the way my girlfriend tells me to make it, but she'll yell at me later for it. And so yeah, holiday seasons are right around the corner. Hope you guys are excited to spend some time with your family and friends and such. But we're back. Bear Report Podcast is back. We should be good for a few weeks here in a row, and then don't know about next year and such. But if you guys don't see me for a week, I will try to make sure I let you guys know. And of course, this week was a slow news week. Unfortunately, the week that I decided to start these podcasts again, the BlackBerry decides not to give us any news out of their end. So not much of a topic list. So if you guys have questions or anything you guys want me to discuss, I put something up on Twitter asking for questions and such in the Bear Porter BBM channel, or BBM group. But if you guys have any questions, today's the show to do it. For a very short show, if I just talk, it's gonna be like 3 things and that's it. We're out of here in 15 minutes. So some people like short shows, and that might please them, but I want to make sure you guys don't have any questions or anything, topics you guys want to discuss, so you're not hearing on other podcasts. So first things first on the topic list. Make sure you guys are following us on social networks. So we are all over pretty much every social network out there, every major one for that matter. We're on Instagram at Bear Porter. We are on Twitter at Bear Porter. I'm also on Twitter at Blackberry Brad. We are on what is out there? We're on Snapchat. Don't really use Snapchat, but we're up there if you really want to see us. I try to get on there, but I guess I'm too old for Snapchat. Yeah, Instagram, Twitter. We're on Facebook as well. If you do a search for bearporter.com or just Bear Porter, you will find us there. So make sure you're following us on social networks. I have a contest or a giveaway coming up that I was supposed to do months ago, but I still have the product here and figured we're going to be doing soon during the holidays. So yeah, make sure you're following us there. It might just be that social network giveaway contest. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but make sure you're following us and tweet us or send us a message on Facebook or comment on a post on Instagram if you do. So first things first, the BlackBerry Key 1 is still being rolled out in different parts of the world. Now, it's hard to believe the BlackBerry Key 1 announced in February of this year, back at Mobile World Congress, is still being rolled out to different parts of the world. Mexico is now able to purchase, folks in Mexico are now able to purchase the BlackBerry Key 1. And great news for Mexico. For those in Mexico who've been dying for the BlackBerry Key 1. I know there's been people who've been really waiting for the BlackBerry Key 1 to come to that part of the area. And it's great to see that they're able to get it. It's just a standard BlackBerry Key 1 as of right now. And it's going to be, you're looking at pricing and details and such on bearport.com, but not too bad of pricing. An official date of when you can purchase, but pre-orders are being taken right now. If you go to bearport.com, again, link will be in the description below after the show is official, and you can go ahead and check it out over there. But yeah, great news for those in Mexico who can now enjoy the BlackBerry Key 1 as a device of their own, who have been waiting for the BlackBerry Key 1. Yeah, pretty cool deal for them. For anybody who still uses one of these, was a BlackBerry 10 device, BlackBerry Z30. For anybody who is not watching us on YouTube, you just got a new BBM update this past week, which is, we've been asking for BBM updates on BlackBerry 10 BBM, but we haven't thought that we were going to get any. And when we do get them, it is kind of a shock that we get them. So BBM for BlackBerry 10 was updated, and it wasn't just a maintenance update. It actually threw a new feature into it. It's a feature that we should have had like 2012 maybe on BlackBerry 10 BBM, but I'm sorry, BBM wasn't around 2012, or BBM wasn't around BlackBerry 10 in 2012. So 2013, better example. But it's the ability to back up your contacts and store them, make a contact backup and store them wherever you want to on your device on your SD card. This is great. Nice little feature that has been added into BBM for BlackBerry 10. I have a feeling it was kind of made to help folks switching back and forth between, or have contacts on BlackBerry 10 BBM and different contacts on Android BlackBerry 10, and who want to go back and forth and have the same contacts. So it's a nice little solution for that, since you can't switch back and forth anymore. Other than that, like I said, it's a feature we should have had, but it's nice to see that it's there, which is great. So if you're in BlackBerry 10 and you're using BBM on BlackBerry 10, make sure that you are updating your BBM and go ahead and make a backup copy of your contacts on BBM. Even if you don't plan on switching to BBM Android or iOS, just make a backup anyways, just in case. If you can't back up something, back it up. That's what I would say. Brother Neil has a question in the chat. Actually, let me get through the topic list and then we'll go to Q&A wise at the end. So hang tight, Brother Neil. Not much of a topic list, so I won't be waiting too much longer. We also got a BlackBerry Hub update on Android. You now have access to GroupMe chats inside your hub. You can sync them now with the BlackBerry Hub. And I'm sure other apps are coming down the pipeline. I didn't fully read up on it yet, but I do not know that there is a hub update in Android. So if you're using BlackBerry Hub suites on Android or on your BlackBerry Key1, your BlackBerry Priv, your BlackBerry Motion, go ahead and update that. Just make sure you get the latest and greatest there. And last but not least, Google kind of launched a nice little feature to application today. They're calling it Datally. So what Datally is, it's great for anybody who is looking to make sure that they stay on top of their data usage on their device. So there's a lot of folks out there who don't have unlimited data on their phone. Some folks have, get 2 gigs of data per month, 1 gig of data per month, 6, 7, all depends on their contract or rates with their carrier. But for anybody who does and uses an Android device, this is a great feature for you. Datally will manage your data usage, let you know what apps are using your data the most, let you know what apps are using your data in the background, and you can actually shut those off from the application itself, and also alerts you when you're getting close to your data usage and when you're on your data usage as well. Now, if you know your way around Android, you can do this already in the settings. But for those who don't know the way around Android, but still like using Android, it's still a great little feature to have. It's a free app from Google. Don't know what information they're collecting from you with this, but yeah, it's a nice little app to get. Highly recommend go and download it. It's called Datally. I'll put a link in the description below again, and we still have to write an article on bearreport.com about it. So stay tuned for that. That was really recently announced today, so I wasn't able to get a post up about it. But yeah, really cool application from Google. Now over to your question on Brother Neil. Brother Neil says apparently there's an OEM soft shell which is tinted, but he has only seen it in Czech Republic and Hungary, and chance of coming into Canada. Don't know. I believe the accessories, some of the accessories are region based, but if it's over there in Hungary and Czech Republic, I wouldn't see why it wouldn't come to North America, Canada, US. That's another thing I want to talk about. I keep getting a lot of questions about BlackBerry Motion and if it's available in the US. I know somebody reached out to BlackBerry Mobile customer care and asked them this on like Twitter or something like that, and they said they had no further knowledge of it right now. And a lot of people are worried that they're not going to see the Motion in the US. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a very good possibility that you will not see the BlackBerry Motion in the US. There is a possibility, absolutely. The BlackBerry Motion was not supposed to be a full region or multiple region device. From what I understand, BlackBerry Mobile had an idea of what regions the Motion was going to see, and that was the idea for them only. I don't know what those lists of regions are, but I know that they had a set amount of regions, and they're getting more demand for the Motion than they thought they were going to get in those regions. So there is a very good chance we don't see the BlackBerry Motion in the US. And keep in mind that the name of BlackBerry or BlackBerry devices don't sell extremely well over in the US. The Key1, from my understanding, has been selling extremely well in the US, but not as well. It's selling well. It's better than BlackBerry Mobile thought, but wasn't enough for them to keep selling devices in the US or see the US as a primary target for their devices. I would think so because it's, you're seeing more and more response from the US now with the Key 1. I also think it's a timing factor that we're running into. It's the end of 2017, right? Will we see the motion in 2017 in the US? Probably not. It, I mean, I could see it happen, but I would be very shocked if they roll it out quickly in December with a carrier partner. Don't see it happening, but I do see it happening in 2018. Right? Keep in mind the BlackBerry Motion was announced and kind of rolled out late October, right? Or mid October. What else? What other devices were rolling out that time frame? You had the iPhones. You had Samsung devices coming out. And the Note came out that time frame. You had iPhone 8s and 10s coming out. BlackBerry Mobile does not want to compete with the big names. They don't want to compete with iPhones and Samsung. They want to one day be better than them, but right now they don't want to compete with them. And I think it was a very good idea if they launched the BlackBerry Motion in the same time that the BlackBerry 10 or BlackBerry 8 was launched. Besides us hardcore BlackBerry fans, it's going to get overlooked by your average consumer, right? If you wait till the iPhone and Note 8 hype kind of calms down, if you wait for that to calm down and launch in 2018, you have a better chance of selling the device to a lot more people, I think, than you do if you launch with the two big names in the mobile. And I also think just 2018 just gives them more time frame to roll out the Motion. I think if anything, if we're going to see the BlackBerry Motion in the US, we're going to see it in 2018. I don't know when. Probably very early 2018. I don't know. It's not like January 1st is going to roll in and boom, here's the BlackBerry Motion. That'd be great, but we haven't seen it. We're probably not going to see it like that. But I do think the Motion will see some spotlight in the US. I think some carriers will get it. I think AT&T will probably grab the device again. I think Sprint will also get the device. Touchscreen BlackBerry devices are. We haven't really seen one hit a market yet and make a splash. The Priv was a touchscreen and a keyboard device, so we don't really know what people were buying it for. So we don't know yet. Rico wants to know, what about rumor Key 2? Key 2, we'll see soon, I would think. Again, kind of have to wait for the Motion to kind of start rolling out to all the places that BlackBerry Mobile wants it to go to. And then once that kind of happens, then you'll see a Key 2. I know Geekbench has the Key 2 device. Excuse me. Has a Key 2 on their site. So we'll see another Key 1. We'll see a Key 1 successor. Will it be called Key 2? I don't think so. I ain't died here. Will it be called a Key 2? I don't know. Maybe not. I would like them to call it the Key 2 because that just makes sense. But who knows? Maybe they'll think of another name for it. Or they'll just call it the BlackBerry Key 1 number 2 or something like Key 1 2 or something. I don't know. But we'll see a Key 2. We'll see a successor to the Key 1. They have 5 devices, or they have a few year time roadmap for devices as far as BlackBerry Mobile does. So we'll definitely see more devices come down the pipeline. And there's going to be keyboard devices. The Key 1, the reason why the Key 1 came out first is because keyboards are more attractive. A BlackBerry keyboard is more attractive than a touchscreen BlackBerry, in my opinion, at least. So, yeah, we'll see it. I don't know. Probably late 2018. Is BlackBerry Mobile making a watch? I would love so. I would love for them to make a watch. That'd be great. I don't know. Nothing in my rumor mill for a watch from BlackBerry Mobile, but never say never, right? So, Priv 2, I would love a Priv 2. I would love another Priv device to come out. Um, and maybe the fact that we saw so much um, disapproval of the or the Priv not getting Nougat or a new software update for that matter. Maybe that told BlackBerry Mobile that there's actually is a market for this device, and there's a lot of people who love this device. I mean, hands down, this if I'm going to watch something on a BlackBerry device, I'm going to choose the Priv because the screen is just a gorgeous screen on this device. Still, I don't know if anybody who still has a Priv still has that demo video that's hidden in the BlackBerry Priv. If you still have that video, just watch it again. It's a gorgeous video on the BlackBerry Priv. So, would BlackBerry Mobile make a Priv? I don't want to speak for them, but I would hope they do. I thought Marty Beard was exiting, not Alex Thurber. I know Marty Beard's stepping down. I feel that's just him going in a different direction in the company. If Thurber's stepping down, that's a big blow because he's very big device guy, a very big spokesperson for BlackBerry. I don't think he's going anywhere though. I know Beard is. I think December 1st he's going, but I think Marty Beard. I think it's just he just is finding something somewhere else and he's going that direction. I don't think it's anything internal. Yeah, Rico, man, way to kind of throw me off here, man. I've been gone for a little bit of time, so I'm sitting here thinking I've been keeping an eye on the news, but I know Beard is going, but if Thurber's going, man, I missed a lot. But yeah, I don't think anything too big on that front. Um, so yeah, Rico's using his Priv right now. Yeah, it's still a great device. I mean, it's the fact I still use it from time to time just to have that slide out keyboard. Um, it's great. I kind of the camera on the Priv isn't the greatest. Nia wants to know: would I buy a Priv with a Key One physical keyboard and a motion back? Um, a Priv with a Key One physical keyboard and a motion back. I haven't touched a motion back yet, so I don't know what that feels like in my hands. So I can't fully answer that one. I have not gotten a motion yet. BlackBerry Mobile has not sent me one yet. But if the motion is anything back like a Z30, then yes, I would buy that. But the camera of the Key One has to be there. Yeah, but is manual mode on the Priv better than the Key One manual mode? I think the camera on the Key One's better than the Priv. So that's been my only gripe with the Priv. My only, okay, not only gripe. There's been a few gripes with the Priv, but it just had its over. It's the 808 has to go. You can't stick with the 808 processor. You have to either go. Um, you have to go. I'm sorry. If that Priv has the battery life of Key One, then yes. If it doesn't, no. The battery life and the physical keyboard are the two reasons why I love the Priv. Either those, or it has. If it doesn't have both of those, then it wouldn't be a good buy for me. It's been my own. That was one of my big gripes with the Priv was the battery life. I would get through and still have to plug in my device. Um, I get through half my day on my Key One, 60% battery life still to go on my Key One. So thank you, Aaron Clark, for subscribing to BearPort.com's YouTube channel. If you guys haven't done so already, I know Rico and brother Neil have, but if you guys are watching this post show or listening to us on your podcast apps, go to YouTube, find us, subscribe. That's coming down the pipeline that I am still working on in my free time, which is little time. But if you want to see those videos and want to know when we put new videos up, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Should be right below me if you're watching the video. You'll be notified. I'll make sure your notifications are turned on as well, and then you'll be notified of that. So let me check Twitter, make sure nobody posts anything on there. The Priv had I think one camera is definitely better than the Priv. Well, Rico, you weren't here at the beginning. So, as I stated earlier in the show, I had my Key One actually, as of last week, I had to do a factory reset. I did one on Friday, and just the device was just lagging behind and doing things very slowly. Um, it was lagging behind, going very slowly. So I decided to just do a complete factory reset, take it back to factory settings, and reload things back up. I think it was just me. I don't think it was the phone. I think it was just I had a device and they just weren't. I think I know I was very close to my storage level on the Key One, so I was at like 30 of like 32 gigs. So I did a clean wipe, and now I have a lot better experience right now. I don't have as many apps on there. I think I have like 20 gigs left of 32 gigs, so much better going now that I did the factory reset. But yeah, still going great. Other than that little hiccup, I kind of wish it had 64 gigs. I just haven't bought a 64 gig Key One because I'm trying to keep my money for elsewhere. So if anybody wants to buy me a 64 gig BlackBerry Key One Special Edition black device, feel free to do so. I'll tell you where to send it. But yeah, I haven't got one yet. So, oops. Brother Neil wants to know if I could do a video on how to put BlackBerry 10 on the Priv. I will definitely do that video once I figure out how to do it. To my knowledge, you can't put BlackBerry 10 on the Priv. Unless you get rid of all the BlackBerry security. But if anybody wants to teach me how to do it, then I will do it and show you guys how to do it. Rico has said that he's been clearing the cache of 1 gig level and reset after that, just like what I do on my Priv. Both Key One and Priv are going fine. Yeah, I don't use any of those cache clearing apps or anything like that from the Play Store. I just never trusted them. As far as I'm sure some of them work, but my question is, what else are they doing behind the scenes? So I've never trusted them, and most Android devices that I've used and not used those applications have worked fine. There's been some cases where I've had to do had crazy situations, but nothing, not too many of those arose. So yeah, I clear it in the settings too, but just making a point. I think Rico is going to. I think he stated that he's going to be buying a bunch of people BlackBerry or Bearport.com T-shirts and sweatshirts for Christmas. That's what I heard. Yeah, a Priv 2 would rock with speakers with a Z30. They'd be great. I wouldn't mind the Priv speakers either. The speakers on the Priv speakers on the Priv are very good as well. Aaron Clark joined us in the chat. Welcome, Aaron. Having a hard time counting because I couldn't find the live chat, but it's because to using yeah. Unfortunately, the links when you open links for YouTube inside BBM, they don't work as well. But that's why that's good thing now that you subscribe. So now in the YouTube app on your phone, you'll be alerted every time we go live. So you won't have to worry about me putting those updates inside BBM. Yeah, Priv speakers aren't stereo, I know, but they're better than the Q1 speakers. I'll tell that, especially because it's facing at you. I've always liked that design concept. I've always liked the speakers in the front instead of speakers behind you or even at the bottom. I don't know why manufacturers put speakers at the bottom. It just doesn't make sense to me, at least. Because if you're using your phone and you're watching something, you're doing it like this, where you're covering up the speaker most of the time. So you have to do like the whole cut motion, and it just doesn't make sense. But do a couple more minutes here, and then time to call it a night, folks. What other questions you got, boys? Hopefully, we'll have some more news next week. I actually don't think we will have a lot of news for a little bit of time because of the fact that it's the holidays. You know we'll see maybe a few things on the from BlackBerry and BlackBerry Mobile, like device launches and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy. BlackBerry Files on Priv. I haven't used BlackBerry Files on. I think there is a leaked app out there somewhere that I haven't installed yet. But from what I've heard, it's working well. I actually just used Astro File Manager on my Android devices, and that works well. I would definitely love a BlackBerry 10 File Manager on my Key One and my Priv, but since I don't have one official yet, I'm using other applications. So, and I think what security updates am I on? On my Key One, I think I'm behind still. I don't think we'll see an update until next month. So yeah, I'm still on October 5th. I feel like when we had the whole the last security update that they pushed out for the security issue. I think that update was supposed to be November's update, but they didn't label it properly on the back end, or that's what I feel. But we'll get November and December's in one. I'm pretty certain. Um, on my priv, I don't. I think it's October as well. It's I keep my priv off during the podcast, so not gonna. Aaron Clark has a question. Is he wants to know if there's any more leaks on the Key One number 2 or their next keyboard phone? No, nothing yet besides what's out there already. I know Geekbench has the leaked some stuff out earlier last week, but nothing yet. We'll probably start hearing more stuff about that start of 2018. Yeah, I don't think there was a November update that anybody pushed out. I think the last security flaw fix push out that they did um, for the Wi-Fi bug. I forget the official name of it, but I think that was supposed to be November's update, and they skipped November. Yeah, I'll be very interested to see what they do with the key 2 or key 1 number 2, because what do you do to the key 1? What do you improve on the key 1? What would you guys like to see on the next BlackBerry key 1 device that's not already on the key 1? You know, keep the battery life the same. Maybe pop that 4,000 milliamp battery that's in the Motion and put it in the key 1. Uh, Bump up the processor a little bit, but don't sacrifice battery life. Uh, Maybe update the keyboard a little bit. Make the keyboard more. Um, Make the keyboard a little bit more classic keyboard. I've always liked the classic, but um, cameras don't need to be updated. More RAM. Put one more gig in there at least, and up to 64 gigs. And Amaryllis, thanks for the compliment on my cool mug. It is a very cool Christmassy mug filled with delicious hot chocolate that my girlfriend would be ashamed of me for making the way I made it, but I'll live. Do you really want a larger key one though? Like, are you talking larger, like Priv larger, or are you talking like Galaxy Note 8 large? If you make it Priv large, I'm okay with that. Just to get that big screen in there. But if you make the screen big, you have to give it a big keyboard, and you're flirting with passport keyboard size at that point, right? 6 gigs of RAM would be nice. I don't see them doing it though. I 4 gigs will probably be the lowest or the highest will go because of the fact that that'll keep costs down and they're I think they want to keep costs down as much as they can and still have the good decent amount of features inside the device. So 6 gigs will probably push it unless they push out like a top of the line flagship BlackBerry Key One or keyboard device. But I feel like they're going to stay as low price as they can kind of get it. I mean, yeah, a passport physical keyboard device would be great, right? Running Android, but it's not going to work because of the screen ratio doesn't work with Android unless Android updates their screen ratio stuff behind the scenes, which they won't do for one manufacturer. Although, who was it? Some company just came out with a dual screen device, right? What company was that? Yeah, ZTE. So they just came out with a dual screen keyboard device No keyboard to it, as I was trying to say there, but that might make the priv or the passport screen size more likely to happen now because of that dual screen device. If you look at that ZTE device that just kind of got announced, the dual screen is about the size of the passport. Aaron Clark wants to know the update on his Q1. His build number or update number never changed, but the patch update changed November 5th. Yeah, the patch update date is what matters. They might not have put in the update number improperly to the update. Yeah, I don't know. I really looked into that ZTE device, that dual screen small or what. But if you go over to Engadget, they have. I just looked at there real quick. Oh yeah, I think Brother Neil. Were you the one who asked me about Password Keeper? Uh, yeah. Do I like the new Password Keeper? I have used new Password Keeper about once, and I believe that the fact that um, you can now back up your you can back up your password stuff and such, and now you can use the fingerprint. I to be honest, I don't use the BlackBerry Password Keeper as much as I used to. I used to have all my passwords in there, but um, it wasn't as multi-device friendly after a while. I started using a lot of multi-devices and such, so um, wasn't the best solution for me. But yeah, I saw that they have a cloud backup now, which is great. Finally, I've been waiting for them to put a cloud backup in there. Um, very happy to see that. I just wish we have it on other Android devices, which is great. My only thing is I can't get access it on my computer, and that's kind of that I personally use 1Password because I can access it everywhere, and it's very simple to use password keeper. But if I wasn't using 1Password, Password Keeper would be the next option for me. But other besides me not really using it, I love the features that they're putting into it. And I do need to go back and try to use it for a little bit to see how if it kind of make it work. But yeah, the Samsung has always made they've had a lot of flip phone Android devices out. I believe that's been going on for a while now. Uh, uh, Apparently, those sell really, really well over in Asia, and it sells really well in Asia. So that's where those phones are going, pretty much. But yeah, there's Android flip phone devices coming from Samsung. All right, guys, thank you very much for tuning into this week's episode of the Bear Report podcast. I know it was a little bit of a silence in between such if you're watching the video. If you're listening to us on the podcast apps, I'll probably edit that stuff out. But slow news week and had to rely on questions from the viewers in the Bear Report chat room. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for chatting away over there in the chat room. Feel free to hit me up on BBM if you have any more questions or message away in the Bear Reporter fan group. And we'll see you guys next week for episode 72. Fiber Bread out.